My name is Gavin Evans, and this is my review of the 2016 movie The Jungle Book. And look, I know people love this movie. Most people would say that it's the best Disney live action movie, but I would not. I actually have very fond memories of this movie, but that said, I still don't like this movie at all. So let's begin by talking about the cast. And this is one of the movie's biggest issues because Neil Sethi is terrible in this movie. Now, to be fair, it is a kid actor performing in a completely fake environment. That cannot be easy. But I don't think he pulls it off. This character just never feels convincing, never feels authentic, and he doesn't carry this movie well at all. He is the only non-CGI character here. He is the only bit of humanity. He is the emotional foundation of this story, and when he's as bad as he is, the entire movie just falls apart. But Ben Kingsley, I thought, did a pretty good job. Bill Murray, I thought, was a real standout. He just captures that essence of Baloo so perfectly. Idris Elba, I thought, did a real great job as well. He brought plenty of menace to his character. Lupita Nyong'o, I thought, did a perfectly fine job, but she doesn't have much to work with. Scarlett Johansson is good, but she's not in this movie much, to the point where her addition just felt unnecessary. Giancarlo Esposito did a perfectly fine job, but I wish he was given more to do. And Christopher Walken is good when he's talking. A perfect choice for King Louis. But when he starts singing, he's abysmal, and I'll talk more about that later on. So, the cast is a bit of a mixed bag, but the performance that needed to work just doesn't. And I do appreciate the attempt to give this story a better sense of structure. Like, the original animated movie is just a series of random events, just Mowgli meeting a bunch of characters, and things kinda just happen. But here, there is a more straightforward story, so I'll give the movie credit where it's due. The issue is that it's just so bland and it lacks any emotion. Like, I did not care for a single character or any of their relationships. Mowgli's relationship with Akela is the foundation of the first act, and I just never cared. So when Akela died, it just didn't have any weight to me. Mowgli and Baloo's relationship just did nothing for me. I thought it was very unconvincing. And Mowgli's relationship with Bagheera was lacking as well. And a big reason why is that the animals look very realistic. And therefore, they can't fucking emote. There's a reason why most movies with talking animals are animated. Because look, that medium looks much better than this. Like, I don't know why so many people shit on the 2019 The Lion King, and rightfully so, I despise that movie. But then they give this movie a break. It's the same issue. There is one moment where Baloo is just like, that was the most difficult thing I ever had to do. And his face is just, nothing, because he can't emote, because he looks like a realistic bear, and guess what? Bears don't emote. So that's another giant issue with this movie. And look, I'll say it, like, the CGI in this movie is impressive. They brought an entire jungle to life. The trees, the temple, the rivers, just everything is CGI, and technically it looks impressive. But artistically, I think this movie is empty. Look at a movie like Avatar. Well, that entire movie is CGI as well. And just compare it to this movie. There are so many striking images, striking moments of Avatar that just truly stand out. And not a single moment, not a single frame of this movie is memorable. So, like, I appreciate the CGI to an extent, but it's just not enough for this movie to look realistic. They should have been more effort to make this movie look stunning. Like, there's a scene where Mowgli's getting chased by King Louie, and this could have felt like a really creepy moment, but it just looks and feels so generic, and it just does nothing for me. And also, another big issue I have with this movie is that Mowgli looks too clean. He doesn't look like a boy who lives in the jungle. There might be a few moments where he's wet in the rain or where he's muddy, but it just never quite looked convincing enough. He always looked just too clean and too proper. He looked like a kid acting on a soundstage. He really did. And the music just doesn't belong here. Bare Necessities is a Disney classic, and to be fair, I think Bill Murray does a good job here, but Mowgli just ruins the song. He sounded like I do when I'm sitting in my vehicle alone. That's how bad he sounds here. And then we get to the song, I Wanna Be Like You. And this song is just embarrassing because, first of all, it's got music playing, but Christopher Walken doesn't really sing. So it's just this odd awkwardness. But then it just comes out of nowhere. Like, this movie isn't a musical, but then it turns into a musical for this one scene. So it just sticks out like a sore thumb. And also, look, this is a nitpick, but the fact that this entire movie is Mowgli traveling away from home, and then near the end of the movie, he goes across back home in like a fraction of the time, I call bullshit. It kind of really does sell the movie short. And yeah. That said, I'm going to say the final battle is actually pretty decent. And yeah, so I do appreciate what they're trying to do with the story. I think it does have its moments. Some of the cast does do a good job, but so much of this movie just felt so lifeless to me. I do not think this movie is impressive on an artistic level. I think it looks realistic, but Neville really stands out. I think the movie feels hollow and lifeless. I think the main performance is really bad. And yeah, just I don't like this movie. So I'll give the 2016 The Jungle Book a 3 out of 10. Hot take, I know, but it's my opinion. But The Jungle Book, have you seen it? What did you think? Let me know in the comments down below. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Stay tuned for more videos soon. And Gavin out.